Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden, and today, really I should say, welcome to my home. Today I am doing something that I have yet to really do on this channel. I did it when we first got this house. I showed you guys the inside of the house, but I haven't really shown it to you all super decorated, maybe a little bit around Christmas time or something like that, but not a real like home tour. And my reason for doing that is because this is a gardening channel. My passion is gardening. I love gardening. I put a huge amount of my time and effort and thought and energy into my garden, and I don't put as much energy into my home. So just kind of think about that while you're watching this. Be kind, understand that I just thought it would be fun for you guys to come in and see my home today and see what it looks like. We moved into this house just about 2 years ago, and really, like I said, our focus has been on the outside. We have so many things we still have to do inside this house. This house is definitely a fixer-upper, but I feel like we're making progress and we're kind of getting somewhere. So I thought it would be fun to show you all around today. Inside my home, we live in Northern California. We live in a small town called Davis, which is just outside of Sacramento. I live here with my husband and my 2 daughters, if you're not familiar, and welcome to my home. Okay, so I live out in the country. I live in a California ranch home. We have about an acre-sized property, which is honestly why we bought this property. And then the house came with it. The house came with the gardens. But we really do enjoy this house. We love it. The original part of the house was built, I think, in the 1920s or 30s, and that is our garage and our ADU that we call our bunny bungalow. And then this part of the home, our main part of the home that we live in, this was added on to in the 90s. So it's kind of a 90s style home, not a ton of really interesting architecture, but it's kind of a blank slate that we can kind of work with, which I really do enjoy. Now, it's been a little bit difficult for me to kind of decide how to decorate this home. Jason and I and my family, we lived in town, and we had a very different style home. It was more of a traditional style home, and this style home is a lot more country-esque, I would say. So it did take me a while to really decide how I wanted to decorate it, but I feel pretty good now. One thing that I do have to say about this home, which a lot of ranch homes are like, is we have pergolas on the back side and the front side. So we don't get a lot of natural light. I have the front door open right now, but I'm actually going to close it so the cats don't get out. You can see Ina right there under the table. She's our new kitty. I'll show you her in a little bit. So you can see with the door closed, there's not a lot of natural light, which I don't love. But one good thing about not having a lot of sun is it keeps the house really cool, which is really important for us, especially during the summer when it gets really, really hot here. Like it's in the high 90s today. We've actually had a really mild summer, which has been really great. So this is our living room. This is the room that we hang out in absolutely the most, watching TV, hanging out with the family, playing board games. It's the hub of our home, I would say. So we brought a lot of this furniture from our last house, and it was kind of hard to figure out how to fit it into this new house. Actually, we bought this furniture for 2 houses ago, and that house was actually a new build home. And it's so funny that the new build homes furniture fits perfectly. It's like they're modern, so they know the way that we live now. But then I move into a home like this, and I have a hard time fitting like my hutch and my cabinet. I have a hard time kind of fitting it in. So I think I finally decided how I like it in this house. I decided to put the cabinet in the corner back against the wall, and this cabinet underneath, it has all of our board games down there, and then up here is just some of our memories and stuff like that, things that I want to save and I want to keep. So I feel like we all have a cabinet kind of like that. I do have to show you my new piece of art that I am absolutely obsessed with. This is a Facebook find. It is a 19th century Eastern European wagon side. If you can believe it. This woman from Facebook Marketplace, she bought this from an antique dealer that used to travel to Eastern Europe, and he found a couple of these wagon sides and he took them back. And she had a ton of them, and or a couple of them, I should say, and she wanted to get rid of one. And when I saw it, I was like, yes, because that's just, to me, that felt like the perfect thing for this wall right here above our couch. So I just love it. It brings some natural texture into this room, which I felt like it really, really needed. And I have been struggling with what I wanted to put on the wall. Before this, we actually had this mirror over here. And this mirror is hilarious because this mirror has been with Jason and I since we got together. I remember buying it for his apartment in San Francisco. It was a $99 IKEA mirror, and we have used it and loved it in every single house since then. Absolutely every single house since then. So we've had it for like 20 years or something like that. And it's just so funny to me that it keeps finding its way to each house. I just love it. So that used to be on the wall where the wagon side is now, but I love the wagon side so much more. To me, that is exactly what this spot needed for sure. And then next to that, we have two of my favorite paintings. Well, really all the art that I have in my house is stuff that we love and I love, but these are our old cat and dog. I feel like if you guys watched my channel at the very beginning, you met Dwight and Stanley. Unfortunately, they passed away and we miss them and we love them. But a couple years before they passed away, I got these paintings done. These are actually watercolor paintings, if you could believe it. These are not pictures. These are watercolors. And I got these paintings done, and Jason gave them to me for my birthday. And I am so thankful that I got these paintings done. They are just so beautiful. And I tried to find the woman that I got this done. I got it off Etsy, and I thought I found her, but then I tried to get another painting of another animal, and it wasn't the same lady. So anyway, I absolutely love those, and I'm glad that they are right there. And then this is our newest piece, I would say, well, close to the wagon side, but this is a piece of artwork. I showed you guys this in another video when I went antiquing. This is another present from my family. This is a Phil Gross painting, which is an artist from around here, and he is incredible. I just love his paintings. It's so beautiful. It is, if you all are familiar with the countryside of Central California, this is what it looks like. And the beautiful sky and the beautiful clouds and the beautiful fields, like this is California, and the hills in the background. I just absolutely love this painting so much. So this painting was huge, and I was so excited to have it, and it was such a wonderful gift from my family. I got it for Mother's Day this year, and I'm just so happy to have it in my home now. And then coming over here, we just have our TV, and we have, wedding pictures and family pictures all around it. Oh, I have to introduce you all to Billiam. This is Billiam, our duck. The girls named him. I just thought that was hilarious. We have chickens, and we really wanted ducks, really wanted ducks, and Jason was like, absolutely not, which I can understand. We don't need ducks, but I really wanted ducks, and the girls really wanted ducks so that we can name one Billiam, not Will, not William, Bill, not Bill, but Billiam. And so we decided to get this. This is another Facebook Marketplace find, funny enough. I guess I really do like Facebook Marketplace. Anyway, so this is Billiam. He sits there and watches over us, and I appreciate that. You guys saw me buy this. I found this at Home Goods, this little pedestal, wicker pedestal. And then I have my Boston fern in it. It's doing okay. It's a little crispy. I haven't probably sprayed it as much as I should. I water it. I just left this hook on here so I could pick it up and go take it over to the sink and water it. It's just doing okay. And then I have this palm here. This is new here, and I actually want to get one of those hanging lights I'll show you in the dining room. Grow light to bring a little bit more light in here. Of course, we have this light, which should give it a little bit of light, because it's an LED, but I don't think it's getting enough light. So I just need a little bit more extra grow light for the plants over there. And then that spot is the spot that we put our Christmas tree. So that stuff will just move out when it's time to put the Christmas tree. I wanted to show you guys this. I know I always show this, but this is my tulip vase, my Delft tulip vase that my mom got for me when she went to the Netherlands, and really, really beautiful. I'm obsessed with it, and I just love how flowers look when it's in a tulip vase like this. I always find myself reaching for this vase because it's so easy to arrange the flowers. It's just an absolute piece of cake. And then my previous job, before I became a gardener full-time, I was a physical therapist, and Jason was too. And there were times, we were home health physical therapists, so there were times when we would see patients for years because they had chronic diseases and problems, and you had to go and you had to help them and make sure that they could walk and still move around and transfer from their bed to their wheelchair and stuff like that. And so you get to know their families a little bit. And after I finished work, after I stopped working, one of my dear patients, who actually lives near Michael Glassman, her husband is a woodworker, and he made me this coffee table. So it may not be like the perfect coffee table for the size and everything like that, but it's another thing that has so much memory and so much meaning, and that's what I want. I want my home, just like my garden, I want all my plants in my garden to have memories to them, so I can think about why I planted that plant, why it was important to me. And that's how I feel about my home too, is I just want to fill my home with things that I love and have meaning, and I could basically walk you all around and tell you a story about absolutely everything. So that's the living room. Fun. The furniture is from this stuff is from Restoration Hardware. I don't think they make it anymore, but I know they make knockoffs now on Amazon that are supposedly really good. So that's where this is from. This is IKEA. Nothing special, right? And then this is Ashley Furniture, the sofas. So just off the living room over here, this is where you go into our dining room and our kitchen. I do want to show you all my ruler. This is where I keep track. Every birthday we measure the girls. Look at how tall Sadie's getting. Oh my gosh, she's 5'2". And this was last year. It's been a whole year since this. We have to measure her next week for her birthday. So this thing I absolutely love because, you know, like my grandma did this, but she did it on the wall. My mom did it on the wall. And lucky enough for Sadie's baby shower, one of my friends gave me this thing. And it's been so great because we've actually moved with the kids 3 times. So it's been so nice to be able to take this to each house and still have the memory of when they were so little. It was so cute. Anyway, then let me show you guys. So here's the dining room. I think I showed you guys a kind of a makeover that I did for the dining room when I hung all those pictures there and I put that plant there. That was a while ago. A little bit's changed since then, not a ton. And then coming over here, this is our kitchen. Let me show you a look at what our kitchen looked like when we first moved into this house, because it's kind of changed a lot. You know, not a ton, like the cabinets are still in the same place, except for we had these cabinets hanging from the ceiling, and it completely cut off this whole room. It made it, 1, so dark in the kitchen, and then 2, it just made it feel really enclosed. So I knew I wanted to take down the cabinets that were hanging up above, and we haven't missed the storage at all. I know a lot of people were asking me that. We have tons of storage. So that's not an issue. And then the other thing is the countertops. It was interesting. It was like a bar height countertop, and then it went down to a counter height countertop. And then over here on this peninsula, it was counter height, and then it went back up to bar height. So we actually took those counters out, completely removed it, and we replaced our counters with these quartz counters, which we really love. And then we just made them flat, which I feel like opened up the area a lot more as well. So like I said, we still have a lot to do. I want to get rid of the ugly lights and put recessed light in. And eventually one day I want to totally change the cabinets and make this whole area, even that back area over there that really like has no purpose. I want to make the whole thing my big kitchen, but that's obviously going to take some time. But for now, I feel like I like how it looks. I think it's looking good. I showed you guys when I bought this at the antique store, and I love it. Oh my gosh, I love this painting so much. So I actually originally wanted the Phil Gross painting to go over here. I thought it would be perfect right there. And that's the sizing that we got it for. But then I don't know what I was thinking. the stove is right there. And so when you're cooking on the stove and if something splatters up on the Phil Gross painting, I would be devastated. And so, you know, I still love this painting as well, but this painting is, you know, I don't know the artist or anything like that. And if it happens to get a splatter or something on it, I won't be as upset as if something happened to the Phil Gross painting. I hope that that makes sense. So I absolutely love it, love it, love it there. And I think it's so wonderful. I showed you all a couple months ago, some swatches because I was thinking about painting my living room a sage green color. And I had 4 different sage green swatches. And you guys, I could not make a decision. I could not commit to painting the living room. Obviously, it's still white. But what I did do is I took my favorite color, which was the Saybrook Sage color, and I painted my pantry cabinet just so I can kind of get a feel. And now that I see it painted, I really like it. I think it's fun. It kind of just pops the color, but I am glad that I didn't paint the whole living room that green color because I feel like it would have made the room really, really dark. But I do like having the pantry door that color. I think it's just kind of fun. So this is the kitchen. Before I go too far though, I want to turn around and I want to show you guys something really important, and that is my play button. I haven't had a chance to show you all this, but I definitely wanted to show you today. I got this play button for hitting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. My family and I, we were so happy to get this. And I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all of you because it's you guys. You guys are the ones who got this for us. So I just want to say a big, big thank you for watching and liking our videos and commenting on our videos. It means so much to us, obviously, because we put our play button like front and center, like in front of everything. We're just so proud of that darn thing. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. When I started my YouTube journey, I said to myself and I said to my family, I said, I'm not going to quit until I hit 100,000 subscribers. I'm not going to quit. And I'm not going to quit now, but just to know that I hit my goal is just, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. So you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I know this is a weird video because usually it's gardening videos, but I thought this would be fun. Like I said, gardening is my passion. Gardening is what I love. I love being outside and I love being around flowers, but my whole gardening obsession actually started with houseplants. And this houseplant right here is actually one of my very first houseplants that I got when we were still renting and I didn't really have a garden to garden in, and I started buying houseplants all the time. I don't even remember where I got this, but it is old. It is like 10 years old, I want to say. It's, you know, she's not the happiest. I need to repot her. She's in a huge pot and I've already repotted her and root pruned her once. I don't want to put her in a bigger pot. I got to divide it or something like that. But you can see how happy it is. It's still blooming. It gets some nice indirect sun, and this is obviously one of my favorite houseplants because it's definitely my oldest houseplant that I absolutely love. And then over here, you all saw me install this light right here, a grow light. I love it. I love it actually because it brings some light into a dark corner. But I had a fishtail palm, a really tall fishtail palm over there that ended up getting spider mites so bad, and I cleaned the plant so many times and the spider mites just kept coming back. I mean, they must have been like hidden in the soil, in the roots or something like that. I tried for so long to clean that plant up, and one day I just gave up and I just tossed it and I ended up getting this palm, which is nice. I obviously like the fishtail palm a little bit better, but this is still really nice, and I like how the light looks like as it's coming through the foliage. I think it's really pretty. Oh, I brought this out so I could show you all. I know a lot of people ask, like, how do your cats and dogs stay away from plants? Most of the time they do. Like, most of the time they're not bad, but sometimes they act naughty. And we actually found this stuff right here. It's actually for dogs, if dogs are like itchy or something like that. But we found that if you just spray the plant, it gives it a really nasty taste to it. And so if the cat is kind of chewing on your plant, and it'll get, I mean, we've seen Jeffrey get a taste of this and he freaked out. He hated it. So it works really well. So that's a really good option if you want houseplants and you want your pets to stay away from them. Now, I do have to say my sister has a cat who is absolutely obsessed with eating houseplants, in particular spider plants that are, if you didn't know, spider plants are hallucinogenic to cats. And so my sister's cat is a total druggie, and he will like mow down the spider plant if she brings one in her house. So I don't think it's going to protect against a cat like my sister's cat, but it works really well against our cats. So anyway, works really well. I have a lot of people ask me about this sign over here. Jason and I, when we first met and we ended up getting married, we were living in San Francisco. We got married in the Presidio in San Francisco, and we lived in San Francisco for a really long time. And we lived in the Marina, which is the K district. And God, I'll never forget, like, I had a K permit on my car, and I got so many, everybody got so many parking tickets. The parking enforcement for San Francisco it was, I don't know if it is anymore, but it was terrible. And I paid so much money in parking enforcement, not only because I parked somewhere for too long or anything like that, but also if San Francisco's on a hill, so you have to angle your tires depending if you're nose up or nose down on the hill. And I would get tickets if my tires weren't angled to the proper degree, like enough of an angle. They would still be angled, but it wasn't enough of an angle. And then I would get a ticket. And so I have paid so much money to San Francisco parking enforcement. I saw one of these signs on the ground one day. I did not take it off of the post. It was already off and they had replaced it, and they just must have left it or something. So I swiped it and I got it framed, and it's just good memories of our time in San Francisco, and I felt like they owed me because I paid them so much money. So that's the story of the parking sign. I know everybody asked me about that. Then over here, just pictures of my family, pictures of when I was pregnant, of the when the kids were babies and everything like that. I have my Western Garden book, some of the pretty ones. I have more of them over there. I have more in my office. I like to collect these Western Garden books. And then just kind of fun stuff. This is a shelf where I put a lot of my vases. I need more shelves for vases. I was thinking about putting shelves back there on that wall, like all around that window, just for all my vases. Just because I have vases here, I have vases in my office, I have vases in the hutch, I have vases everywhere. I love vases, and people give them to me for, birthday and Christmas and all that kind of stuff, and I love getting them. My mom gets me a lot of them, but I just don't have a lot of storage for all of my vases. So, I think having some really good storage, some really pretty storage would be really fun. Let's see. This is just my candle, my heliotrope candle, more plants, some dahlias from outside. My shelves that I have here. This was a gift from one of you that I absolutely love, but I got it all spotted with water, and I've been looking at how to clean it, and I did a little test clean with some lemon, and that seemed to work really well. So I need to clean that. Oh my gosh, I have to show you guys my turtle frog. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest thing? Facebook Marketplace. So this is a frog that you would do a flower arrangement, but can you imagine putting that in like a clear vase and then having the flowers in there and having the little turtle? I mean, isn't that the cutest thing? I absolutely love that. And then this is my favorite quote. If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk through my garden forever. This was a really big inspiration of me starting my YouTube channel, because I had this and I was just so obsessed. I was just so obsessed, and I wanted to talk about it. And this quote just spoke to me so much. And then I thought, I need to do something about this. I need to do something and change my career path, or something like that. So this quote is, it's super, super important as well. So yeah, anyway, just more pictures. I like to use frogs to hold up pictures and stuff like that. I saw that on Pinterest, and I just thought that was really fun. This is another antique place. My favorite antique place is Antique Trove, and I actually just found this wine holder. Is this not the cutest thing? And then perfect timing for a house tour. These are actually for the girls, their grandparents, Jason's mom and dad sent this to them. They went over and helped them bake a whole bunch of bread and pies and all that fun stuff, and then they sent them to they sent the flowers to them as a thank you, which I just thought was really, really cute. And they're beautiful. So I didn't just randomly have a big, beautiful bouquet of flowers. They were sent to the girls, and they are the girls, but you know, it was nice. It was very nice. So yeah, so cabinets are old. I would love to replace our cabinets one day, but that is obviously down the line. I'm not going to worry about that too much. And then coming in here, you can see Monty in the way. He is literally constantly always in the way. He will lay down in the middle of any room. He will lay down right in the walkway, so we have to step over him. This is his house, and we're just living in it. This room is kind of, we call it our entryway room because this is our garage, and we usually park over by our garage and come in through our garage, and then we'll take off our shoes and like put them in there. And so we call this our entryway room. One day I definitely want to have cabinets kind of going around this whole area to extend the kitchen, but obviously that's going, you know, that's not anytime soon, of course. But for now we kind of just use it. This is the cat area. It's open, and they have like food in here. You can see that where we feed them in there. We used to have their litter box in here as well, but we actually, now that we got Ina, we had to get 2 litter boxes. And so we actually have that in our laundry room. And so, yeah, and then obviously this is where Monty sleeps. And then sometimes the cat will sleep on there. Most of the time they just sleep on our bed. So yeah, that is our home, at least our, you know, our public living areas. We have the other side of the house, which has our bedrooms and bathrooms and laundry room and stuff like that, but I don't want to show you guys that today. I figured I would just show you this area. Here is Ina. Ina is our newest addition to the family. She was a stray. I mean, I guess you call her a stray. She is completely tame. She's acting funny right now, but she's literally by my side all the time. She sleeps on me absolutely every night. Come here, baby. Come here. We found her, well, actually one of our friends found her, and she was not microchipped. She was not spayed. I tried looking for her family for so long, could not find her family. Finally, we decided to adopt her, and we are so glad we did, because she is so, so wonderful. She loves Monty. Absolutely, like she must have been raised by dogs, because she absolutely is obsessed with Monty, and she loves sleeping on me. She cuddles all the time. She does not want to go outside. She obviously was an inside cat, so I feel really, really bad if somebody actually lost her, but we looked for so long to try and find her owners, and we just couldn't find them. So we absolutely love her. Then we have another cat, Jeffrey, who is, I don't know where he is. He hides this time of day and he sleeps. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should show you guys. Our table is from Pottery Barn. Our chairs are from Pottery Barn. I don't know what else I'm not used to doing the indoor garden tours. I can talk forever about outdoor garden tours, but indoor. So I'll probably just leave it at that. It's so funny. I can go outside and I can talk forever about gardening. I mean, I could just go on and go on and go on, but then you come inside and I'm kind of like, what else do you want me to show you guys? I don't know how much detail to talk about. I don't know what exactly to point out. So hopefully this was somewhat interesting for all of you. I just thought it would be fun. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. I love gardening. I love being out in the garden, but I do think it's really important to, have a place that feels like home, that, your family can come back to, my girls can come back to, and we can kind of just cuddle and settle in somewhere that's really homey and really cozy. And that's what I've been trying to make with this home. So we love it. We're so happy. Now that we've been here for 2 years, it really is starting to feel like home, and we really, really do love it. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. I know it's totally different, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.